What it do? What it do? This is God and Me with Cool TV. I am here with a new episode. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. What's your name and where you're from?
My name's Andrew Harold, and I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. What's your age?
I'm 37 years old.
37 years old. You been here all your life?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. What's your current situation?
Uh, well, my current situation as in,
As far as living arrangements?
I actually live right down the street right here. I got a little place of my own that I was blessed with by God with. I would lived in a homeless camp for about 2 years.
Okay.
And finally got some things straightened out in my life and got right with God, and he blessed me with a place to stay, and everything's actually been really good for like the past year or so now, actually.
But prior to that, you say you was homeless?
Yeah,
Oh,
I had a really bad drug addiction, and I've pretty much gotten that together. I'm in treatment on Suboxone now, off of fentanyl.
okay. That was the drugs you could take with fentanyl?
Yeah, fentanyl and methamphetamine.
Oh, okay. So take me to the time right before you became homeless at the time. How was your life looking?
It was hectic, man. It was a lot. I was doing a lot of things that I shouldn't have been doing with a lot of people that I shouldn't have been hanging around with, and it just led me to a dark place. And I'm just glad that I got right with the man upstairs, and ever since it's truly been a blessing, and it's changed my life.
Okay, what's your relationship with God?
I'm a firm lover of God. I'm a Christian by faith, always have been, and uh, I just tell you, you know, just in my own experience, if you're not right with God, your life will never be right.
Right, right. Okay, when the last time you been to church? Have you ever been to church?
I actually have been. I haven't. I don't go to church on a regular basis as of right now, but I would like to. I would like to start at least attending some type of church function once a week type
Bible
deal,
study or something?
something like that.
Oh, okay, okay. Did you graduate from high school?
I did not graduate from high school, but I do have a GED.
And what was your last grade in high school?
Uh, I left actual high school in ninth grade. Ended up getting into a little bit of trouble when I was in my early 20s and spent some time incarcerated. But I was lucky to get my GED and all that taken care of, and that when I was locked up. But
So you went from ninth grade to 20. So far as right after ninth grade, how was your life looking? What was going on?
just a lot of bad decisions, like I said.
Okay.
A lot of doing the wrong thing with the wrong people. And I'll tell you, it's one of them things that, you know, it doesn't get it doesn't get spoken or promoted enough. I feel like to the youth these days,
Okay.
and it didn't get spoken enough to me when I was a kid. And when it did get spoken to me, I never took it in, and I feel like that was probably one of the biggest mistakes that I actually made that started my whole path into a bad life.
Okay. You're a big guy. Did you ever play sports, play football and everything? Or?
No, I did not play football, but I was a boxer for 5 years.
Oh, okay. I just got finished watching Clarissa Shields fight. You know Clarissa Shields?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the GOAT. Yes, I got watched her fight last night, and I think it was Lonnie Daniels. He was just running around and everything the first
Yeah.
couple of rounds. So I think she planned that so she can run around, and she already knew she probably couldn't beat her, but she probably was like, you know what, I'm not scared. I'm gonna sign up, still make that whatever it was, $1 million or $2 million,
Yeah.
whatever. She probably made 500,000. But she probably was smart and didn't turn it down. And
Right.
it's like, hey, I can't beat her, so let me just run around and make her frustrated, and maybe I can beat her then. So,
Yeah.
okay,
Try to get that quick
bag.
that quick late fight split
Right.
decision.
Was you good? I mean,
I mean, I'm not gonna say I was a Mike Tyson or Lennox Lewis, but I mean, I was all right. I had a pretty good record when I finally quit boxing and gave up on it. I had a record of 13-9.
okay. And that was what, before ninth grade, after ninth grade, or?
So I started out as a youth in a youth boxing program,
Mm-hmm.
and that like as a youth they don't really consider your matches, I guess, as something to consider putting on like an actual fight record.
Right,
But I mean, in my opinion, a fight's a fight.
right.
Um, but I just my biggest thing, man, was like I said, I've always been a big guy, so I didn't have the foot speed to keep up with some of the smaller guys. But
Right. You had the power.
I always had one mean left hook.
Oh, you was a lefty? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Did you grow up with both of your parents?
Yeah, I did. I grew up with both of my parents, and actually in a good home. But I just, like I said, back to making all those wrong decisions in them early years, and it strayed me away from being able to enjoy the early years in my 20s and stuff like that, and graduating from high school, maybe going to do some college or just whatever, or just being able to enjoy a productive lifestyle instead of a destructive lifestyle.
No, okay. Was you closer to your mom or your dad or both?
Pretty much both.
What's your relationship with them now?
I mean, we're on really good terms. I mean, we're on a whole lot better terms now. I talk to my dad a lot, actually. I see my mom kind of as much as I can, but
And they both here in Ohio?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. So far as boxing, that was the main hobby that you used to have and sport you used to play?
that was my forte, man. I always had a lot of pent up aggression, and I had a lot of anger issues, and it was a good way to exert all that bad energy in a good
Okay.
way.
And you say, since you've been good for the past year, you say you're working now and everything?
I do have a small little part-time job. I'd like to find something a little better, but I mean I'll take what I can get for now.
Okay. And it's able to put a little couple of dollars in your pocket and help pay bills. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. So you've been feeling good? You haven't been having the urges to go back to doing drugs and everything?
I'll tell you what, man. Ever since I got in this treatment program and started taking my medication the way I should, and that it's really been a blessing.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, man. I do understand. I'll never judge nobody. I do understand. Like I said, used to smoke my little weed back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But I stopped doing that ever since I got to working and everything. But as far as any hard drugs, I never really did that. But I can always look at people and be like, okay, I don't want to get like that, because I understand it'll change your appearance. It'll change. It changes you,
Yeah,
So
it does. It changes your entirety as a person, really.
oh, okay.
I can honestly say now, when I look back at some of the things that I've done to friends and loved ones and family, just because of my addictions, and think about it nowadays, like it really breaks my heart, kind of, because I know that if it wasn't for the drugs that I was doing, I would have never stooped to any of those lows.
I feel you. Do you have any kids?
I do have a son.
Okay. What's your relationship with him?
Um,
How old is he?
Yeah, he just had his 15th birthday.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I don't really have a relationship with him, because the relationship with his mother is one of them things where she just would rather me not be a part of either of their lives. But it's another thing of a lot of the things that I've done in the past.
Not to him though, right? It's
Right.
just,
No,
okay.
not to him, but as far as not being there, not taking care of him the way I should have been, and always running back to the drugs and the alcohol and the women and all this other stuff, when I should have been taking my butt home. But
Because right now, by him being 15, of course he's not grown, but you should know, just like me and you both men, around 15, we feel like we old, older. We know what we feel we older,
yeah.
and we more, a little bit mature. So reason I'm saying that because it's the perfect time to really be, even if the mom's saying what she's saying or whatever, I feel you can take charge and everything.
Yeah,
I know it's easy to say that, but even on my behalf, I got 2 sons and I got 2 daughters. This is my daughter I got with me now, and my 21-year-old son, he's in a different state, and we starting to build our bond. I never was the person to be, on camera or on, FaceTiming and everything, but I just did that with him. What was this, about a month ago? I ain't seen him in years. I mean, I was in his life for the first couple of years, and I switched states, and it led me here.
yeah,
And I hate to say it like this, but when I left, I left. But not knowing him and his mom, they left and went to another area, another state. So right now, even though I'm a little bit old, I just turned 50 today and everything, I still say, hey, do what you got to do to get in your son's life, even if y'all far apart. Hey, he asked to borrow $100 from me. I told him I didn't have it because I really didn't have it, but I did have $50 and I gave it to him, cashed app him and everything. I told him, hey, that's just a gift. There you go. I ain't been in your life and everything. I'm sorry. I even told him that, but let's move forward. So,
right, yeah.
but yeah, do what you got to do to get in your son's life.
I'm definitely going to start to press the issue. I've tried reaching out to his mother a few times, on social medias and stuff like that.
Do he got a social media?
If he does, I can probably guarantee that any of my social medias has been probably blocked or one of them types of things.
Okay.
But it's like every time I try to reach out to his mother, it always goes back to, you did this, you did that, you didn't do this, you didn't do that,
And she never put you on child support or nothing?
Actually, yeah, she has. I'm pretty far behind in my child
Oh, man, trust me, I feel you.
So,
my advice to you, man, is just keep working, man, and then just have the attitude of they can only take till they can't take no more.
Right, exactly. I feel like this, as far as it comes to a relationship with him that I truly hope to get and build one of these days. If it takes till he's grown and can't listen to what his mother has to say or controls his decisions in his life, then sadly that's what it'll have to be. You know what I'm saying? And but hopefully I can reach out or work something out to where it doesn't lead to another 2 or 3 more years without having any type of anything with him like that. But I feel like he's old enough now to make his own decisions. If he wants me to be in his life, if he wants to get to know me, then I'm there and I want to be there. I just can't have, and sadly, I just can't have nothing. His mother just can't have any part of it because she makes it a point to always want to build that wall, try to keep that separation and make me out to be the bad guy, and she's always, the good guy, which, I made myself the bad guy. I'm not going to try to take anything from her like that. But,
Okay. But yeah, just hang in there, man. Before we go, you said around the 9th grade is when you things started to go wrong. So the young man out there started to have that same type of, urge of not listening or just feeling they
want to rebel or wild
right.
out.
What would you say to them?
I say this, man. Listen to your parents. Your parents are always going to be the ones that want the best for you and try to look out for you and keep you safe. And just know, it may seem like the fun thing to do to be out there hanging with the fellas and all that. It might look like all the glamorous, whatever. But in the end, it's not worth it. Stay in school, man. Graduate, because I promise you, at the end of the day, if you do what you're supposed to do and follow the the guidelines of a respectable young man, your life is gonna be a whole lot more fulfilled and happy when you get to that older age in your life, and you can sit back and realize, you know, I did what I needed to do, and I've had the enjoyment of living a good life. Because once it's gone and you can't take it back, it's gone.
All right, Andrew, I appreciate the time, and till next time.
Thank you.